I want everybody to know I've been clean and sober for approaching 2 months now, and life couldn't be no better. Couldn't be no better at all. Me and my son, you know, all we do is when he's in, we're not here for a second. I was condemned from my son, it seemed like, you know. That's what bothered me the most about that whole situation, is I couldn't be with my son, you know, for other things going on, and, you know, and with that addiction, it don't help. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be the first to tell you. You know, addiction is a mother effer. You know, if I can do it, anybody can do it, guys. Come on, man. Look how I'm labeled around this world. Dirty, 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 you know what I mean? Guess what? Dirty's able to stay clean and remain clean. Just piss test again yesterday. Okay? I go to groups 3 times a week. I go to volunteer groups. I go to NA afterwards also. This just ain't about something, you know, that happened, that this, whatever they're trying to say happened, because that was all a fugazi. I ain't going to speak on that. And what I'm proud of is my recovery and where I've grown, you know. I'm not the same darky you guys used to look at on here. I promise you. Oh, yeah. I've done put my weight back up on me, you know. All that good stuff. My mind's focused. It's no more, I want to smoke a joint, or I want to do this or that, you know. It's just like, all that shit did was put me in jail at the end of the day. And where's your friends at when you're in jail, guys? They ain't nowhere. I had people running GoFundMe's in my name and keeping people's money. We know who did that. They do it again. You know what I mean? And that just shows what kind of people they are. How long has it been since you've seen Darky get on here and make a video even? I just want the world to know, you know, who I am and what I'm doing. I'm not what you used to label me as, because you was completely wrong then also. You know, I was never a heroin addict. I was never a meth addict. Get your shit right, you know. I had problems with other things, and it was neither one of those things, and I'm the kind of guy I can admit that straight and foremost, because I spent 29 months in a long-term inpatient rehab lockdown facility before, you know. And I see these videos online. Well, I don't see them, I hear about them with my mug shots, things like that, that they're going to be coming to an abrupt end, you know, as soon as the next, let's see, what is today? Thursday, that'll come in effect. Thank you, Kent. Thank you for the support, you know. That's the biggest thing right there, guys, is having support. You know, if anybody has any problems with drugs right now, please contact me. It's all confidential. Ain't nobody calling the police on you, trying to get you put in jail. That's the last thing that, you know, like my recovery place that I'm going to, is the last thing they want you in jail. They want help, you know. And like I told the lady, this ain't court ordered. This is Darky ordered as well. Because I take groups, 4 different groups that I'm not even supposed to be in. But I take them, you know, because they help pass the time. They also give me a good support group. That's people that I can call out on when I feel like I'm going to, you know, relapse or something like that. The only thing I do is smoke cigarettes, and I'm trying to quit them now. Yeah, Courtney, I've heard people say, you sound so good, Derky. You look so good. You know, now it's time to graduate on to my other looks, you know, turn back to a real man. And let everybody hate on that, you know, because that's all they'll ever do. Because the YouTube I'm shutting down, and then once they use your name off that, then that just goes to show you it's slander. You know, that's ridiculous. I went on there and actually looked, you know, to see how many, you know, views they get, what, 800 to 1,000 views compared to 1 million views on one of mine. I mean, come on. hundreds of thousands of views on that one, I know for sure of mine. But I'm not about YouTube. One step at a time, 1 minute at a time, you know what I mean? 1 hour at a time, to 1 day at a time, just for today. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to change the things that I can, the wisdom to know the difference just for today. You know, that's all I need it for is today. Thank you, Kimberly. Oh, yes, bigger and better things, sweetheart. Yes. You know, I was cleaning out my, you know, and everything. I told my son where I was on bond, I couldn't go hunting with him. I told him where to go, you know. He come back with his first buck. You talking about the most exciting dad in the world. And I cried. I jumped up and down. I mean, it was just something that you'll never take from me and him, you know. That was probably one of the best moments since the day my son was born we had together. Well, Courtney Lane, I'll tell you what, I'm going to start doing a podcast. And if you want to, you know, help fund that and everything, because what we're doing was a funding thing behind it. Not no scamming, no, whatsoever. That way we can get it going. That way we can get episode 2 out to you guys. A lot of people tell me they can listen to me, you know, just talk about things of how my life's went and things like that all day long, of what a poverty that we've lived through. And, you know, how we, you know, I always say, here's my motto: if you're down in a hole and somebody's throwing dirt on your back, you're going to sit there and keep letting them cover you up. You're going to shake it off and take a step up. Because I'm going to take I'm going to shake it off and take a step up. And one day, they're going to be looking me dead in the face to clean me. And that's what they're doing right now. Yeah, my son's wanted me to do stand-up comedy, radio, a few different things. It's just how I have to speak of nothing but the truth, you know. The truth is what set us free. You know, the truth, I'm being lied on. And I can, you know, listen to this, guys, I have 10 to 15 witnesses. And 5 of them's character. That don't mean family. This was all done, so how can I donate to the podcast cause? Right now, I just now was able to get my Cash App unlocked, because when I went to jail, they thought they could take all my money out there, and they did. They took $3,700. That's okay. I would have been out of jail a long time before I was, but they took my money, you know. Courtney Lane, I'll have to send you a thing to where you donate towards. Or just send it towards the podcast, the Cash App, because we have a podcast thing there also. It's run through Anchor. Excuse me. You can catch it on Spotify, monthly now on Apple also. And then we're going to go ahead and get the donation up where we can go ahead and run it on every platform, Google, podcasting, anything like that. That way we can get this took care of. You see what I mean? Better watch out, I might scam you. I'm just letting everybody know how I'm doing, Kaiser, man. 2 months clean, different kind of guy now. Different kind of guy. Completely, brother. I didn't mean to cuss you at time and stuff. That was the drugs. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. They caused me to cuss one of my best friends out right here over a bunch of stupid stuff when he was trying to actually help me, man. And I wasn't seeing that. I was seeing what I wanted to see. Recovery, it's about, you ain't heard the first episode? It's called Outlaw Your Podcast. Live, raw, real, and uncut with Durkee. You can watch it, you know. I mean, listen to it now. And then we're going to bring on, once we get the donations right, like I said, we're going to go ahead and make it where you can watch it live at the same time. And we're going to bring on audience, you know, people, and I'll, you know, not audience, but oh my goodness. Oh man. We're going to bring people live onto the show, you know. To interview, things like that, you know. Famous people, of course. always, you know. It might not be humongous famous people, but we're going to get who we can get. And, you know, I'm going to start doing some podcasting with another company there and stuff. That's right. That's right. That's right, sweetheart. That's right, 100%. They'll tell you if it's harsh truth, it's the truth. Because the truth's hard to swallow. The problem is people can't admit their problems, sweetheart. The last 3 girls I've been with is that major problem. They cannot admit they have a drug problem. They cannot admit that they need to seek help for that drug problem. The first thing I see is, I mean, yeah, I have a son. I would never lose over somebody I knew for about 4 months that come up OnlyFans or something, you know what I mean? There's no way. No way. And she was a replacement. Wasn't even supposed to be in the girl that came to me. Like I told people, you can buy these bitches off the internet, and that's for real. I can buy them to be in any music video if I want anything. You see what I mean? Money talks, bullshit walks. That's all they want. You know, that's all they want. I promise you, it's money. Girls like that, you know, they're seeking money. They think iPods and Apple and iPads and this shit control the world. You need to wake up and realize when you're clean, sober, you can't live a no better life. Amen, Courtney. See,